Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got something new, something brand new. Well, sort of brand new. That is wonderful, and you can see behind me, it's winter here this morning. Yeah, I've got 8 o'clock pumpkin spice coffee. This is really terrific, especially on a morning like this that you can see behind me there. All the we got snow and cold. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 18 degrees Fahrenheit.
18 degrees right now.
Expect a high of 24 degrees.
Okay, 24 degrees. Okay.
You can also ask, what about tomorrow?
Okay, thanks. Okay. Anyhow, it's winter here, and this is just the perfect kind of coffee for a winter morning like this. Really enjoying it. And I'm using my Sandusky Library mug. Yeah, the Sandusky Library is a Carnegie library. It was built back in 1901, I think. I was there with the cartooning group. We did a talk, and we're signing a group book that we had published together, and the library staff very kindly gave us these mugs. Really, if you're ever in Sandusky, Ohio, check out that library because it is, I believe they've made it a historic site, a historic building. I think they did that in 1975. I'll link the Wikipedia page so you can read that. I think I've talked about this once before in Monday Morning Mailbag, but decided to grab the mug this morning. And again, the 8 o'clock pumpkin spice coffee is wonderful, especially on a morning like this. You know what? I am going to close those blinds because I think it's throwing off the lighting a little bit. So let me close those blinds, and I'll be right back to start this episode of Monday Morning Mailbag. Okay, that's much better. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. We have got some great questions, but before we get to them, let's go back for a refill. Okay, on the subject of razor blades and setting them aside when you're cleaning your razor, a lot of viewers commented that they use a magnet in their shaving den, and they attach the blade to the magnet to keep the blade out of the way while they're cleaning their razor. They'll also leave that blade on the magnet to dry so it's ready for the next shave. Well, I found this right here. This is a refrigerator magnet. It's a clip. Refrigerator magnet clip. See, it's got a magnet on the back side like that. And I took this and I put this on the top lip of my mirror. I just open it up like that, and I clip it on the top lip of my mirror, and now that's where I place my razor blade. And it's up and out of the way, and I've got a little video here showing you exactly how that works and where it's situated on my bathroom mirror. So now all I do is I rinse off my blade and just maybe give it a little shake, and then I just set it on the magnet like that and let it dry overnight, or let it dry a little bit there, and then after I'm done cleaning my razor, that sort of thing, I'll take the blade and I'll place it back in the razor, and it's ready to go for another shave, or just leave it there overnight and then pull it off the magnet and install it into whatever razor I'll be using. So that's kind of how I incorporated that very, very helpful tip from viewers. So that's what I'm doing right now. So if you have something like this laying around the house, a little clip like this one came from Star Bank. I don't know where Star Bank is in Cleveland, but picked it up along the way somehow. But if you have something like that, that could, clip onto, clips on the top of my mirror lip. So you could probably incorporate it some way in your shaving den. So I just want to pass that on to you. Also, Andrew Shelton wrote in regards to a question by Corey L. Corey L. was having some problem with irritation on the bony part of his neck, and he wanted some suggestions. We threw out some suggestions, and Andrew Shelton responded, and I wanted to pass this on to Corey and some others. And he writes, "Hey, Mark, love your work. Thank you. In response to the shave irritation question, I had the same issues when I started wet shaving last year. After struggling for months, I emailed Mantic59 and he recommended a more aggressive approach. I thought it was a sensitivity issue, but it was an equipment issue. When I switched to a Kai, Feather, or Gillette Platinum and a moderately aggressive razor, my shaves made a 180. Now I get a great shave with little to no irritation. I love a Merkur 37 slant with a Kai. Smooth and efficient. Thank you for your time, Mark. Hey, thanks very much for that, Andrew. Yeah, that is something that I've seen also on the internet. Some people have recommended that instead of going milder, go more aggressive. That might be the answer. So Coriel and others out there, you might want to try that. Just a suggestion, no guarantees. Your mileage may vary, but at least it's another approach that may or may not work for you. I hope it works. It seems to have worked for Andrew. So really, Andrew, thanks very much for passing that along. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so this comment comes from viewer Rich Edinger, and he is commenting on my review of the Rusal Brushless Shave Cream. And he writes, I really don't understand how brushless shaving creams gained a foothold in the market. They're a mess and eliminate one of the most enjoyable parts of the shave. Rich, I absolutely agree with you. I love doing the traditional wet shave, and one of the most enjoyable parts for me is absolutely doing that lathering. When I do a face lather, love face lathering. Also love working it into a scuttle where you get a really nice warm lather, especially on a day like today. Nothing better. Absolutely agree. As a matter of fact, I had a shave this morning with my Solar Flare shaving brush right here from Phoenix Shaving. I use this with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. And yeah, this was wonderful, and I used it with Club Guide. Now, I don't have the lid on here because I used it this morning, and it's still kind of drying out a little bit. But yeah, it's a beautiful scent, so I'm just going to set this aside here. Club Guy, really, really terrific scent. Classic barbershop, love that. So I'm just going to put that over there and let that continue to air dry out. But yes, love doing the traditional wet shave, love the lathering process, and that's why I say, if you're not doing the traditional wet shave, what are you waiting for? This is the best time to be doing it because of all the great product out there. And really, as the old saying goes, if your morning shave isn't the best part of your day, you're doing it wrong. And really, I encourage everybody to do the traditional wet shave. It really is a great way to shave. And if you're pressed for time, well, try to wake up a little earlier. I say wake up 20 to 30 minutes earlier so you can have that shave in the morning. Now, having said all that, I realize there are times when you are pressed for time and you don't have the time to do the traditional wet shave in the morning for whatever reason. It could be a number of reasons, but there are those times when you just can't have that great shave in the morning with these great traditional wet shave tools. That's when something like a Rusal or a Cremo or any of those others come into play, because if your job or your occupation demands that you be clean shaven and you have to run into the office for whatever the reason and you just don't have the time, well, this will help you get a good clean shave in a minimal amount of time. May not be as enjoyable, may not allow you to savor the moment, that sort of thing, but it'll give you a shave. And I think a lot of guys out there, that's what they need. And that's why I review these products as well. Cartridge razors users will find these kinds of shave creams helpful as well. But you know, the Cremos and the Trader Joe's Super Slicks and the Dr. Bronner Super Slicks that I've reviewed on this channel, they all kind of fall into that category where the minimal amount of time, it'll give you a shave, it'll help you get out the door. But having said all that, yes, I absolutely love the lathering process, love doing the traditional wet shave, and I encourage everyone to do the traditional wet shave. It is best, most enjoyable way to shave, in my opinion. It really is. And I think that's why it's making such a huge comeback, because it's just you and that shave for that amount of time. And it becomes almost like a Zen-like experience. You know, you're not worried about the cares of the day. You're just doing that shave. And that's why it really is the best part of the day for me. Absolutely. So, yeah, thanks very much for that comment, Rich. I agree with you. I absolutely love the lathering process. If you watch my videos, you'll know I sometimes lather too much because I love the lathering process so much. But yeah, I agree with you. But again, I have to allow that there are times when a product like this could come in quite handy for many viewers out there, many wet shavers out there, when they're really, really pressed for time, once in a blue moon, or, you know, once in a great while, something like this will help. That's why I review it. But thanks very much for your comment, Rich. You and I are on the same page. So thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so this next comment comes from viewer Mike H. And he's writing in regards to the review I did on Phoenix Shavings CAD shave soap. I got some samples of CAD and I did a review. Viewers have been telling me for a long time, you've got to try CAD. I am so glad I tried it. I even ordered a full-size puck now, and that will be arriving hopefully within a few days. And yeah, absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. Wonderful scent. Classic Barbasol scent. Really liked it. And if you saw the review, I whipped up the lather in the Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle. Just got this beautiful warm lather, just perfect for a winter day like today. Just absolutely wonderful. Just loved it. And Mike was commenting on the CAD shaving soap and also the Cube 2.0. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. Great shave and soap review. Thank you. Phoenix Shaving CAD is a very nice scent." I agree. Just a wonderful scent. And one viewer asked me if it was overwhelming, and it's not. It's not over. I don't find it to be overwhelming at all. It's not subtle. It's not overwhelming. I think it's right there in the middle. I think it's just the perfect strength. And it really is. It really is a very, very nice classic barbershop kind of scent. So I'm very glad that viewers recommended it. And again, I ordered a brand new puck in Formula CK6, so that's going to be arriving soon. Anyhow, Mike goes on to say, "My recommendation is to use the Phoenix Shaving Cube right down to the last bit you can in your home bathroom and order the same pre-shave in the Tube 2.0 option. It's made for travel and for the DOP kit. I use it now instead of the larger size cube because I have zero counter space in my bathroom. The tube fits right in the medicine cabinet. I hope this helps. Have a great rest of the week and best regards as always." Thanks very much for that, Mike. I really do appreciate that. I was unaware of the Tube 2.0. Number of times I've been up to Phoenix Shaving's website, online store, and looked at the products and the product pages. I have not seen the Tube 2.0, so thank you for alerting me to that. And I'm also going to let viewers know that there is that option out there for the Tube 2.0. So yeah, this can be rather large. You're not going to travel with this. And, you know, I could probably do something with this to travel with, maybe cut it up, something like that. However, I am going to look at the Tube 2.0, and hopefully next time around when I place an order with Phoenix Shaving, I will do a review on that, because it sounds like it's a great solution for travel, for having a nice pre-shave for travel. So thanks very much for that, Mike. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so another comment on that CAD review and the Cube 2.0. This comes from viewer Daily Carry Solutions, and Daily Carry Solutions writes, "Great choice, Mark. Phoenix Shaving has hints of Yves Saint Laurent." I can't pronounce this, I'm not sure. Rive Gauche, R-I-V-E, then the word gauche. Like Fine American Blend / Oleo Irving Park, but also has scent hints from the original Barbasol that many of us grew up with, myself included. It's a great scent and I think the Barbasol Touch mutes it down just enough to where I believe it's the best version of the three. Here he's listing the Phoenix Shaving being number 1, American Blend being number 2, and Irving Park being number 3. The CK6 version, as you know, is superlative when it comes to lather making as well. While CK1 is great too, it could use some pre-shave, like the Cube, to get it close to CK6. Well, I do that. I use CK1 with the Cube because the Cube 2.0 has CK6 ingredients, so it gives me a little bit of that CK6 kick to it. But I agree, CK1 is very, very good on its own, but CK6, yeah, superlative. Absolutely agree with that. When I picked up CAD, I got the thicker Star Jelly for wintertime and aftershave for summertime. Phoenix Shaving has exemplary soaps, but their aftershaves are among the best I have ever tried. Definitely top 3, if not top 2. I agree with you there, but they're also classified as aftershaves and cologne, so they are a little longer lasting. And yes, great, great scents. He goes on to say, P.S. If you're looking for a good way to create a travel-sized cube, run a portion through a cheese grater and press the shavings into a silicone mold made for smaller soaps. Should work like a charm. I personally picked up the Tube 2.0 instead of the Cube, so I'd be travel ready whenever I have to take it with me anywhere. Well, thank you very much for that, Daily Carry Solutions. I really do appreciate it. Someone else pointing out the Tube 2.0. And the cheese grater solution is a very, very good solution. I'll look into that and maybe pressing it into a silicone mold or a mold of some kind and having that at the ready. But I think Tube 2.0 is probably what I'm going to go with. So thanks for mentioning that. And also, thanks for confirming how wonderful CK6 is. It really is terrific. And again, the CAD shave soap, my thanks to the viewers who told me about this. And there were many who told me about CAD. It really is a terrific, terrific scent. And I just have had some great shaves with it, which is why I ordered the larger puck. And when it arrives, I'm going to crack it open and do another review. So thanks very much for that, Daily Carry Solutions. I really do appreciate it. Well, a lot of questions and comments that come into the mailbag seem to revolve around a common theme. It seems to develop naturally without any pre-planning on my part. We've been talking about how great the traditional wet shave is this morning. And case in point, this comment from viewer T-Man2217 who writes, Hi Mark, this is a wonderful time to be doing the traditional wet shave. So many new products to try out and experiment with. So many razors out there and blades, so many soaps and brushes. You could easily spend 50 plus years doing the wet shave and still have a long way to go to try new products in terms of hardware and software. Thanks again for the video, and I do hope you have a great day and a great weekend, and I look forward to your next Monday morning mailbag. Cheers. Well, thanks very much, T-Man2217. I agree. I've always said this is a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. There is a lot of product out there. And it's amazing. It's exploded in the last 4 or 5 years. It really has just ramped up. There is just this demand and hunger for new products, new soaps, new razors, and we see new releases from a variety of companies all the time. And it really is refreshing and it's great. And I think a lot of younger men out there are ditching the cartridges and coming over to the traditional wet shave, trying it out and finding out that they like it a lot. And you also don't have to go with a newer razor. There are some great vintage razors out there. The Gillette Super Speeds, the Gillette Slim Adjustables, a variety of great razors. And if you can't find any of those vintage razors, well, we've been talking about Phoenix Shaving. They have brought back a lot of great razor designs that are based on some of those classic razors. And I've reviewed some on this channel. Really, really refreshing, wonderful. Yeah, it really is a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. I agree with you very much, T-Man2217. Thanks very much for those comments. Thanks for confirming what I and many others have been saying for quite some time. This is a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. If you're not doing it, what are you waiting for? As I always say, there's some great product out there. You will find a razor, a blade, a soap, a brush that fits your wallet and your skin type. It really is the best way to shave. So thanks very much for that, T-Man 2217. I really do appreciate it. This next suggestion comes from viewer Mike Rose, and Mike is a very loyal viewer. He's been very supportive of the channel. Thank you very much, Mike. And Mike writes, I have a suggestion. When people say use a light touch, it's very important. I sometimes had to remind myself to go easy in the beginning when I was first starting out. Another good tip is to shut off the water when you're shaving so you can hear the feedback. Thanks, Mike. I agree with this 100%. That feedback, hearing that blade, hearing that little bit of audio feedback while you're shaving really indicates whether or not you're on that angle when using that safety razor, especially with some razors that might have a little narrower approach where you have to really be on that 30-degree mark. Absolutely 100% agree with that. That's a very, very helpful tip. A light touch, and also shut that water off and try to shut off some of the exterior noise there and really listen to that blade, that razor, shave that whisker. Absolutely, absolutely. And if you've seen some of my video reviews, I sometimes quiet down a little bit so you can hear that audio feedback. And you see some other wet shavers on YouTube do the same thing. They talk about that audio feedback, which indicates that the blade and the razor are right on the mark and giving you a good, clean, efficient shave. Thanks very much for that, Mike. I really do appreciate it. Happy to pass that along to viewers. Very, very helpful tip. Okay, and finally, Andy Schneider posted this on the Midwestern Wet Shavers group up on Facebook. And he wrote, "Can soap go bad? I opened up my B&M Seville, last used in early November, and it smelled a little strange. Still smelled like Seville, just kind of off. Anyone else ever experienced something like this? Mark Zarady, perhaps a Monday morning mailbag topic?" Well, thanks very much for that, Andy. And I am going to use it as a topic this morning. And I did a little bit of research on this. Let me tell you my own personal experience. I have never had, knock wood, knock wood, I've never had a soap go bad on me. I've had some soaps lose scent over time, say over a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. But I've never had soap go bad. Now, I've seen some discussions online where some wet shavers have talked about soap going bad, but I've never experienced it. I've never experienced it. And I don't know what they mean by going bad. Are they just saying that, like you, maybe the scent is off just a little bit, but they still get the performance from the soap? I'm unsure about that, and some of those posts weren't very, very clear. So I did a little research, and I came to a website called sirhair.com, and they answered this question on their website, and they wrap it up by saying this, and I'll post the link below so you can read a lot of the information there yourself. A lot of helpful information there. And what they write is this, their opinion is, there is not really such a thing as going bad. Your soap will lose scent over time and might need more water to activate it. Other than that, soaps can be kept as long as you can whip up a good lather from them. Now, I think that's generally speaking. Now, some of you out there might have other experiences with your use of soap over a long period of time. And it'd be interesting to hear your comments on that. For me, personally, as far as I know, from my personal experience, I have not had a soap go bad. I'm able to whip up beautiful lathers from them and use them, and no adverse effects to my skin at all. I've had a couple of soaps lose the scent over a long period of time. I've stored them away, pulled them back out, and there's not much scent there. Could also be because there's not much soap there either. You know, it's not a full puck. I've used it over the years. I've capped it. I've put it away and come back several months later and, you know, the scent isn't there. But that's probably the only significant decrease I've ever experienced with a soap. The scent isn't as strong as it once was when it was brand new. But it still creates a great, great lather and gives me great performance. That's been my experience. What has been your experience? Have you ever had a soap go bad? SirHair.com seems to think that no, soap won't go bad. And I think that we all have a large number, some wet shavers out there have a large number of soaps, more than we care to admit to. Have any of those gone bad from you? I can go through my soaps right now and tell you nothing appears to be off. As I say, a couple of soaps have lost their scent a little bit, but other than that, I don't recall any soap being to the point where I had to throw it out. Like, oh my gosh, that's never happened. I've never looked at a soap and said, my gosh, this thing is bad. I got to throw it out. That hasn't happened to me. What's been your experience? So thanks very much for that question, Andy. I think it's a very good one. Opens up a great discussion. And please comment below and let us know what your personal experiences have been. Have you ever had a soap go bad? Me? No. Lose a little scent? Yes. Sir Hair seems to be in agreement with me on that one. Thanks very much, Andy. Really do appreciate it. Well, okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great, great shaving gear. CAD. You've got to try CAD. Everyone told me, try CAD. I tried CAD. I'm getting more CAD. You've got to try CAD. Also, check out Global Shave Clubs International for some great shaving gear. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marks80, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized. You can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.